In the bustling world of academia, teamwork is often celebrated, and students from Hult International are no exception. Team A in particular exhibited remarkable harmony in their work, and their seamless collaboration served as an example for all their peers.
Their projects consistently earned top grades, and they seemed like a model team to the others. But beneath the surface, there was a conflict brewing.
He was feeling invisible and unheard by the rest of the group. This problem was affecting him and causing friction within the team. The worst part is that the group didn't know, mostly because Guy didn't tell them, because that would mean showing vulnerability, and he didn't want to show that part of his emotions. Poor Guy.
Guy often hesitated to provide some input within his group because he concerns about it will cause some potential conflicts. This situation impacted his mental health and motivation that he can't perform very well in class.
His teammates were worried about why he seemed low, and when they asked him, he justified his attitude saying he had a night poor of sleep, or argued that he was just shy and that he had other personal issues. So time passed, and after several meetings following the same pattern, the situation began to create conflict between him and the team. And one day he finally lost his cool and voiced his concern out loud. And at this moment he was angry, mean, and the team was dumbfounded. So what happened to Guy? Was it only him, or was the team environment also affecting him? Also, should we be looking for someone to blame?
Dealing with conflict within a team requires comprehensive strategy that takes into consideration the existence of different points of view and personalities.
Instead of taking sides, it's essential that you take a neutral approach.
Identify the root cause of the problem is a fundamental step in a conflict resolution.
This involves recognizing specific issues that the team members have with the group's approach or decisions. In this case, Guy should meet his team members and address all his grievances. In return, his team members can actually address the issue and reassure him that his misconceptions are not true. This would potentially help uncover all of the issues and valuable information that was probably with Guy and was not revealed to the entire group.
It's also crucial to focus on the problem itself rather than finding who's the guilty member. An approach considering the present, past, and future can actually help Guy and his teammates connect with their prior successes and recognize their capabilities. So effective communication and integration among team members is vital in preventing conflicts. Members of Team A also came from several different cultures, which at times led to unexpected conflicts. One scenario centered around Chengran, a student from China who found herself at odds with her team due to cultural differences.
Chengran's work ethic was impressive, and she often chose to dedicate her weekends to do it. But this style of work didn't go along with her team, mostly because they spend the weekends to be with the family. So the team always thought that this was another Asian stereotype. She working all the time.
How rude of them. They always speak in Spanish so that I don't understand what they are talking about. Maybe they say something about me. They are always be too late and I have to wait for them for a long time. That's so frustrating.
Misunderstandings and stereotypes began sowing the seeds of discord between the group. Chengren felt isolated, misunderstood, and the rest of the team were aloof from how she was feeling.
You work shorter hours than we do. You need to be more productive. Now I understand why they call you lazy Latinos.
The team was upset with her attitude and the way she communicated with the team. They were expecting something more polite or diplomatic. Something like, I believe that working on the weekend is essential for us to meet a deadline. Insulting them with stereotypes should not be an option.
A problem arose when Chengren's proposal clashed with her team's cultural beliefs about the weekends. She felt misunderstood and her team didn't get her intentions.
If Team A had developed a conflict resolution plan with clear guidelines, priorities prior to this whole mess, they would probably have overcome this way before time. It would be far easier to communicate this issue and resolve the conflict.
Before a formal confrontation can be started, Tonran should highlight the key issue, help her partners to understand the problem, and then proceed to finding a solution with her teammates collectively.
To resolve conflicts, pinpointing the specific issues that a team member has with the team's approach or decision is crucial. Feedback should be provided politely, and the recipient, in this case, Chengran, should embrace constructive feedback, seek for specific examples, and avoid offensiveness.
According to Kahneman, cognitive bias can sometimes cloud our judgment more than we think. In a conflicted team, it is vital to look for these biases and address them, and encourage the search for impartial evidence. Chengran, for example, was largely misunderstood due to preconceived notions her teammates had about her culture.
Kahneman also talked about the concept of inquiry, where people tend to give a disproportional value to the first information they receive. When addressing a conflict, it's helpful to remember that first impression or the first proposal is not always the most accurate or fair.
Groups should focus more on the functions of the leadership rather than assigning a single leader to the team.
In the world of collaboration, diversity can be a powerful advantage when embraced with empathy and open communication. Unity is not about ignoring differences, but about leveraging them to achieve greatness.
Prevention strategies should recognize the impact of diversity and communication, creativity, and different cultural values, because it is important to have an open-minded environment when you should try to resolve a problem.
By implementing these recommendations, Team A can actually navigate through conflicts easily. Plus, whether it's between the entire group versus one member of the team, or a more complex dynamic,